Datta, Sri Guru Datta, Jai Guru 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 Datta, Sri Guru Datta. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyaya Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Sadgurubhyo Namo Namaha, Harihi Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Hanumate Namaha. Jai Guru Datta and welcome to Datta Arpanam with your hosts Rishi Nirvan Balrup
and Ravita Singh. Jaya Guru Datta, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Parama Pujya Dr. Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji of Avadhuta Dattapitam in Mysuru. Today's program begins with the offering of pranams, gratitude and this invocation prayer at the sacred feet of beloved Sadgurudeva Pujya Shri Swamiji, as this program, possible only through His divine grace, is offered to him. Please join His second in command, Pujya Shri 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 Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji now in worship.
श्री गणेशाय नमः, श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः, श्रीपादवल्लभ नरसिंह सरस्वती, श्री गुरुदत्तात्रेयाय नमः, श्री गणपति सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीभूयुत श्रीहरिचिह्निताभ्याम् अगस्त्यरेखादिभिरञ्चिताभ्याम् निगूढबीजाक्षरमुद्रिताभ्याम् नमो नमः सद्गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्। गणपति गुरुमेकं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं, विबुधनिवहसेव्यं योगमार्गाधिरूढं, शरणमुपगतानामार्तिसङ्घाद्रिवज्रं मम हृदयनिवासं भक्तिनम्रो नमामि, भक्तिनम्रो नमामि।
Once again everyone, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to this morning's episode of Datta Arpanam. Today's program is being brought to you through the kind courtesy of Ramlal Educational Institute of number 12 Exchange Lots Couva, Valini's Drug Mart Limited of 58 to 60 Sutton Street, San Fernando, Debe Supermart Limited of 182 SS Erin Road, Debe, and Koke Supermart Limited of 14 Naparima Miaro Road, San Fernando.
Listeners, in 6 days' time, so on August 9th, 2025, Ganapati Swamiji or Pujya Sri Datta Prabhu will be performing the Prana Pratishtha or the consecration of a Venkateshwara Swami Murti in Dallas, Texas. In fact, the austerities leading up to this auspicious event begin tomorrow, August 4th. And in anticipation of this wonderful gift with which Pujya Sri Swamiji is blessing not just Dallas, not just Texas, not just USA, not just the Americas, but in anticipation of this wonderful gift with which Pujya Sri Swamiji is blessing the world, recently on Datta Arpanam, a series dedicated to getting to know Lord Venkateshwara began. But before we recollect the story told last week and before we begin today's story, let us join in worshipping Nara Narayana Maharishis, Goddess Saraswati and Sage Vyasa.
Narayanam namaskritya naran chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayeta. Last week's episode of Datta Arpanam ended with the arrival of Narada Maharishi on earth. His arrival coincided perfectly with a gathering of all of the great sages on earth on the banks of the river Ganga. The sages were chanting mantras and performing a grand yajna for the welfare of the world. Hearing the auspicious chanting, Narada Maharishi felt that he too should participate. Chanting the mantra Narayana, he offered the Homa stick into the yajna fire.
All the sages were very happy to see Narada Muni. Everyone was waiting for him to say a few words. Finally, Narada Maharishi smiled and addressed all the sages, including Bhrigu Maharishi and Kashyapa Maharishi, who were also there. He spoke about the greatness of the yajna which was being performed for the sake of the public well-being, and told those gathered there that Paramatma would be very pleased with the yajna, which was no ordinary yajna. But that was all he said.
And listeners, pay attention to what Narada Maharishi said about this yajna. He said that it was being done for public welfare and that Paramatma would be pleased by it. So one thing we can already learn from today's story is that when we do things with a selfless attitude or when we act for the welfare of others and not just ourselves, God is pleased.
Listeners, today, right at this moment, there are sadly lots of persons who, for one reason or another, are unable to pray. They may be weak or in a coma or suffering from dementia, or they may simply not be inclined to pray. For such persons, let us join together and offer this prayer in the form of a song. Let us pray that the remover of obstacles will help them to, despite the obstacles they encounter in offering prayer, still attain God. Please open the Bhajanmala app or visit the website www.bhajanmala.com. Enter Bhajan ID number 22 and join in singing this simple prayer to Lord Ganapati, the remover of all impediments.
In this bhajan, Lord Ganapati is worshipped with his Bijakshara gum, a very special powerful seed letter or mantra. He is also worshipped as Ganapati or the leader of the Ganas or the leader of the divine troops. He is even worshipped as Vinayaka. But probably most endearing of all, he is worshipped as Kshipra Ganapati, the one who is easily pleased, bestows quick solace, and removes all our sufferings.
Listeners, learning from the words spoken by Narada Maharishi, let us join in offering this bhajan not just on our own behalf and on the behalf of our loved ones, but let us also join in offering it on behalf of all of those who are unable to themselves make such an offering. Once again, the bhajan ID number is 22.
Gam gam Ganapati Vinayaka Gam gam विनायका क्षिप्रगणपति विनायका विभ्रमदूर विनायका विभ्रमदूर विनायका घं घं गणपति विनायका हरि घं घं गणपति विनायका घं घं लंबोदर हे विनायका लंबोदर हे विनायका लंबोदर हे विनायका लंबोदर हे विनायका लंब उरगदर विनायका लंब उरगदर विनायका लंब उरगदर विनायका लंब उरगदर विनायका घं घं गणपति विनायका घं घं गणपति विनायका हरि घं घं गणपति विनायका हरि सच्चिदानंद विनायका सच्चिदानंद विनायका सच्चिदानंद विनायका सद्गुरुदत्त विनायका सद्गुरुदत्त विनायका सच्चिदानंद विनायका सद्गुरुदत्त विनायका सद्गुरुदत्त विनायका घं घं गणपति विनायका हरि घं घं गणपति विनायका हरि घं घं गणपति विनायका हरि घं घं गणपति विनायका 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 विनायका
That beautiful Lord Ganapati bhajan was set to Kalyani Ragam. And so, yet again, the hand of Pujya Sri Datta Prabhu Ganapati Swamiji was felt in the choice of today's Lord Ganapati bhajan. Listeners, because many Trinbagonians do not know much about Lord Venkateshwara, in light of the recent programs conducted by Pujya Sri Swamiji in Dallas, Texas, and in light of the upcoming Prana Pratishtha of a Lord Venkateshwara Murti again in Dallas, the decision was made to, on Datta Arpanam, try to share what Pujya Sri Swamiji has taught on Lord Venkateshwara or Lord Srinivasa. And what better way to do so than to share the story of Srinivasa or Lord Venkateshwara Kalyanam. But what does this have to do with the ragam to which today's first bhajan was set? Well, Kalyani Raga is believed to clinch marriage alliances.
And what is Srinivasa Kalyanam? Well, it is the story of the marriage of Lord Venkateshwara to Padmavati Devi. It is the union or marriage of mind and intellect. And in case you're wondering, no, mind and intellect are not the same thing. In the second to last shloka of chapter 3 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna said to Arjuna, Indriyani paranyahuhu, Indriyebhyah param manaha, Manasastu para buddhihi,
Yo buddhiv paratastu saha.
In this shloka, the Lord explained to Arjuna that the sense organs are superior to the gross physical body. The mind, in turn, is superior to the senses. A steady intellect or buddhi is superior to the mind, and even greater than the buddhi or intellect is Paramatma, who is the witness to everything.
So everyone, if the buddhi or intellect is superior to the mind or manas, then surely the intellect and mind cannot be considered to be the same thing. So then, what is the difference between them? Well, both deal with thoughts, as you probably figured out, but the mind is responsible for indecisive emotional thought, while the intellect is associated with more rational thought.
And now, having touched on that thought which was inspired by the word Kalyani, let us continue with the story of Srinivasa Kalyanam here on Datta Arpanam. Once again, thank you to each one of you who's tuned in to this morning's offering, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Sri Datta Prabhu, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Koke Supermart Limited.
A little while ago, you heard that having arrived at the banks of River Ganga and having offered a stick into the Yajna Homa, Narada Maharishi commented on how pleased the Lord would be to see such a grand yajna being performed for the welfare of all.
However, when the sage then suddenly stopped speaking, the other rishis gathered there grew concerned. "O Deva Rishi," they said, "we are happy to hear your thoughts on this yajna, but you suddenly stopped speaking as if you had a doubt. What is it? Was there any issue with our offerings?"
"Oh, no, said Narada Maharishi. "There's no problem, don't worry. It's just that in the hurry to perform this yajna, you forgot one small, minute thing. Okay, this is a great yajna, but in the end, you must offer this to someone, to the Lord God. To whom are you going to offer the fruits of this yajna? Who did you have in mind? Are you addressing Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, any other gods or deities? Who is the most important of the Trimurti of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva? They may be equal and they may all be great, but there must be someone who is a bit more important."
"But," continued the sage, "you've probably already decided to whom the offering is being made, right? Because without deciding that, you wouldn't be performing such a big yajna, am I correct? Anyway, I have some other work to do, so I will leave now."
With the utterance of these words, Narada Maharishi achieved what he had intended. He wanted to instigate them into the next course of action that will bring about the welfare of all.
Now, there are many people who cause confusion, and I'm sure many of you would have met such persons over time. But when Narada Maharishi creates what seems like confusion, he does so for a reason. Addressing the sages once again, he said, "Whomever you've decided is the most important, please also offer my respects to him."
With these parting words, Narada Maharishi started walking away. He left singing the Lord's name and feeling happy that he too could participate in that major yajna. And participate here does not necessarily pertain to the homa stick he offered into the fire. Because you see, as Pujya Sri Datta Prabhu has taught, those words spoken by Narada Maharishi at that yajna happened to be not only the turning point in the entire Srinivasa Kalyanam story, but they were the most important as well.
Intriguing. But before we move on with today's story, having been reminded of the male trinity of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, one is also reminded of the one to whom that trinity offers worship, Tripura Devi. Please open the Bhajanmala app or website to Bhajan ID number 520 and join in this devotional offering.
त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले त्रिविधे त्रिनुते त्वामेव सेवे त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले त्रिविधे त्रिनुते त्वामेव सेवे त्रिविधे त्रिनुते त्वामेव सेवे त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले त्रैलोक्यमोहन चक्राम्बिके त्रैलोक्यमोहन चक्राम्बिके देहं तु मे देवि ते भूपुरं कुरु देहं तु मे देवि ते भूपुरं कुरु त्रैलोक्यमोहन चक्राम्बिके देहं तु मे देवि ते भूपुरं कुरु त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले त्रिविधे त्रिनुते त्वामेव सेवे श्रुतिमते शृङ्गार रसवपुषि त्वं भासि संक्षोभिणि मुद्रया पासि च श्रुतिमते शृङ्गार रसवपुषि त्वं भासि संक्षोभिणि मुद्रया पासि च अष्टो हि सिद्धयो गायन्ति त्वाम् अष्टो हि सिद्धयो गायन्ति त्वाम् प्रकटाच्च योगिन्य आयान्ति भक्त्या प्रकटाच्च योगिन्य आयान्ति भक्त्या त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले त्रिविधे त्रिनुते त्वामेव सेवे त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले त्रिविधे त्रिनुते त्वामेव सेवे त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले जगति वामाद्याच्च सकलमुद्राच्चापि जगति वामाद्याच्च सकलमुद्राच्चापि ब्राह्मी मुखाच्चात् मनवोऽपि च ब्राह्मी मुखाच्चात् मनवोऽपि च सेवार्थमेवात्र संत्यम्बिके नाटेसि श्री सच्चिदानन्द रूपे सेवार्थमेवात्र संत्यम्बिके नाटेसि श्री सच्चिदानन्द रूपे त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले त्रिविधे त्रिनुते त्वामेव सेवे त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले त्रिविधे त्रिनुते त्वामेव सेवे त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले त्रिपुरे त्रिगुणे त्रिकले
What a soothing yet powerful bhajan composed by the Nada Maestro himself, His Holiness Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji. You were just listening to the divine voice of Pujya Sri Swamiji here on Datta Arpanam. Thank you for tuning in to this morning's program, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Sri Swamiji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited.
Today, the story of Srinivasa Kalyanam continues. A little while ago, you heard that having arrived at the river Ganga and participated in the grand yajna which was being performed by all the great sages on earth, Narada Maharishi, before leaving that place, put forward the question to the sages: who amongst the trinity of Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva is most important? To whom are the fruits of this yajna being offered?
All the Maharishis looked to Bhrigu Maharishi, seeking a response to that question. They prayed to Bhrigu Maharishi to accept the task of deciding the supremacy among the Trimurtis.
Bhrigu Maharishi wanted to himself observe the Trimurtis in order to decide who is the supreme god. All the other sages encouraged him. They felt contented that they had chosen the right person for this important task.
Listeners, before we hear the beautiful continuation of this story in which Bhrigu Maharishi observes the Holy Trinity, let us, through the aid of this next bhajan, also visualize that Trinity in our mind's eye as their combined form of Lord Dattatreya. Visualize the top two hands of that Lord holding Lord Vishnu's Conch and Sudarshana Chakra. Visualize the middle two hands holding Lord Shiva's Trishula and Damaru drum. And visualize the bottom two hands holding Lord Brahma's Dandam or stick and Kamandalam or water pot. Please open the Bhajanmala app or website to Bhajan ID number 200 and join in singing this beautiful Datta Bhajan.
Dattathreyam Brahma Samadhi Yuktam Dattathreyam Brahma Samadhi Yuktam Dattatreya Trimurti Rupa Tribhuvana Lokaga Rakshaka Dattatreya Dattatreya Trimurti Rupa Tribhuvana Lokaga Rakshaka Dattatreya Trimurti Rupa Tribhuvana Lokaga Rakshaka Kamadenu Kalpavruksha Kamita Paladaga Dagaka Kamadenu Kalpavruksha Kamita Paladaga Kamadenu Kalpavruksha Kamita Paladaga Dagaka Kamadenu Kalpavruksha Kamita Paladaga Dagaka Dattatreya Trimurti Rupa Tribhuvana Lokaga Rakshaka Dattatreya Dandaka Mandala Shula Damaruga Shankujagraka Chobita Dandaka Mandala Shankujagraka Chobita Dandaka Mandala Shula Damaruga Shankujagraka Chobita Shankujagraka Dattatreya Trimurti Rupa Tribhuvana Lokaga Rakshaka Uttama Uttama Purushottama Purna Chandraga Prakatita Uttama Uttama Purushottama Purna Chandraga Prakatita Bhava Bandhan Bhava Payakura Bhakta Karunaga Sagara Bhava Bandhan Bhava Payakura Bhakta Karunaga Sagara Dattatreya Trimurti Rupa Tribhuvana Lokaga Rakshaka तारा सिद्धानुसार तीर्थदूत मनोहरा कृतिका तारा सिद्धानुसार तीर्थदूत मनोहरा सह्याद्रिवास सच्चिदानंद श्री गुरुदत्त स्वरूपा सह्याद्रिवास सच्चिदानंद श्री गुरुदत्त दत्तात्रेय विमुक्तिरूप त्रिभुवनलोक रक्षक दत्तात्रेय त्रिभुवनलोक रक्षक त्रिभुवनलोक रक्षक
Listeners, as you are about to hear, Bhrigu Maharishi used his supernatural powers to go visit and observe Lords Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. But by the grace of Pujya Sri Datta Prabhu, who composed and rendered that beautiful bhajan, we only have to close our eyes, or not do that even. We only have to listen to that beautiful bhajan, and we can see the Holy Trinity in our minds and in our hearts. What a gem of a bhajan.
And now, having set our hearts and minds in tune with what is about to take place in the story, let us hear what happened after the sages all asked Bhrigu Maharishi to decide who was the most supreme of the Trimurtis and encouraged him to observe the Trimurtis before making that decision.
Just like Anjaneya Swami or Lord Hanuman is pleased when encouraged, so too sage Bhrigu also felt happy with the encouragement from the sages. And listeners, there is something to be learned here. When someone starts a good task, we should encourage them, not discourage them. Who knows what will be accomplished? Even an ant who is smaller than a stick, even an ant can accomplish something. Look at the story told in Ramayanam when even a squirrel was able to help build that bridge to Lanka. Did Lord Rama scoff at that squirrel thinking, well, he is too small to help? No, he instead thanked the squirrel. He stroked the squirrel lovingly on its back, and because of that, up to today we can still see those stripes on the back of a squirrel. So whenever someone wants to help or someone wants to do something good, we should always encourage them. Pujya Sri Datta Prabhu has said that without hesitation. Once we become aware that someone has the intention of doing some good task or some seva, we should encourage them immediately.
Bhrigu Maharishi, encouraged by the other sages to observe the Trimurti before making a decision, acknowledged what a huge and important task this was. I am being asked to test and testify the Trimurtis, he said, before agreeing to do so.
Bhrigu Maharishi then set out for the sky. He can actually walk in the sky. There are different siddhis or different powers that allow some to fly in the sky and some to walk in the sky. Bhrigu Maharishi had the power to walk in the sky.
Back on Earth, everyone continued to encourage the Maharishi until they could no longer see him. Bhrigu Maharishi, meanwhile, was thinking about where he should go first. Where would he learn the truth regarding the Trimurtis?
Satya Loka means the abode of truth or the home of truth. To accomplish any task, the doer should seek the simplest method which ensures success. Thinking along these lines, Bhrigu Maharishi set his foot in Satya Loka, which is where Lord Brahma resides.
primordial sound or the first sound echoes throughout Brahmaloka. Anyone hearing that sound of Omkara will enter into a state of meditation. The chanting had this effect on Bhrigu Maharishi as well. But, remembering his purpose for visiting Satyaloka, the Maharishi continued walking until he had properly entered Satyaloka.
The pleasantness and serenity of Satyaloka cannot be described. Anyone, however great a sinner he or she may be, once they enter Satyaloka, they will start to meditate even more than great sages on earth. That is the effect of this place.
When Bhrigu Maharishi entered Satyaloka, everyone around him was in meditation. Those who were not meditating were chanting Vedas. All four faces of Lord Brahma were chanting the four Vedas. Beside him, Goddess Saraswati was busy playing her sitar or veena. But it is not a simple veena that she holds. That is a veena symbolizing all the worlds. When she touches and or plucks a string, she is touching and testing what is going on around each world. Both she and Lord Brahma are very pleasant. Both were seated on their swan seats and immersed in their respective practices.
Bhrigu Maharishi moved along and reached the lotus feet of Lord Brahma. He prayed to that Lord and to Mother Goddess, who are his parents. Chaturmukhaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. But no matter how much Bhrigu Maharishi prayed to Lord Brahma and Goddess Saraswati, no movement could be seen in them. Neither of them reacted to his prayers.
Seeing this, Bhrigu Maharishi raised his voice in prayers. But still, no change could be seen in the four faces of Lord Brahma, and Saraswati Mata remained immersed in her music.
The sage was now filled with anger. He felt extreme humiliation at not being shown any respect. Thinking of Lord Brahma, he felt, he's not looking at me and not talking to me despite the fact that I offered respects to him so many times. And listeners, there's an important lesson for us here. Earlier you heard about selfless prayer and the value of selfless prayer. Here we see what happens when we hold on to desire when we pray. Bhrigu Maharishi is hoping for the attention of Lord Brahma, and when he does not get that attention, when that desire to receive that attention is not fulfilled, it leads to anger. So be careful when you pray. Try your best to always keep your prayers selfless, and one of the ways you can do so is by offering the fruit of your prayers to Sadguru Deva.
The Maharishi couldn't understand whether what he was dealing with was truth or untruth, a state of enlightenment or a state of ignorance, consciousness or illusion.
Downfall starts when we get angry. Bhrigu Maharishi felt that he was not dealing with an enlightened state or an enlightened form. He lost his senses. And it is not that Lord Brahma didn't know of the greatness of Bhrigu Maharishi. He knows. After all, he is the creator. But then, Lord Brahma didn't create the ego. That is developed by the individual.
In that ego and hurry, Bhrigu Maharishi decided that Lord Brahma is not a form of truth. He felt that the Lord was not displaying any wisdom, and so he definitely could not be eternal, nor could he be the right one to receive the yajna offerings.
In his state of irrational anger, Bhrigu Maharishi felt that if anyone prayed to Lord Brahma, they would become unresponsive like that Lord was towards him. Because of this, he cursed Lord Brahma, his own father, the creator. He cursed him that he, Lord Brahma, should never receive any offerings in the form of Murti worship. And with that, he left Brahmaloka.
Listeners, whenever we go to a temple, we see murtis of Lord Shiva or Shiva Lingam, and we see murtis of Lord Vishnu and his incarnations. But think about it, we do not see murtis of Lord Brahma. This is because of that curse that was pronounced by Bhrigu Maharishi.
Bhrigu Maharishi, after leaving Brahmaloka, again started walking in the skies. After some time, he realized that he had reached Kailasa, the abode of Lord Shankara. But how will things pan out here? Will the Maharishi have a better experience than he did in Satyaloka? Well, to find out the answer to this question and more, tune in to next Sunday's episode of Datta Arpanam.
For now though, let us join in worshipping that Lord at whose home Bhrigu Maharishi has just arrived. Let us worship Lord Shiva. Please open the Bhajanmala app or website to Bhajan ID number 1260 and join in singing the Pallavi, final and first charanams of this next bhajan.
रक्षा करो शंभो शंकर हम सबकी 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 महदेव शंभो गौरीश देव सच्चिदानंद हर हर शंभो महदेव शंभो गौरीश देव सच्चिदानंद हर हर शंभो रक्षा करो शंभो शंकर हम सबकी रक्षा करो शंभो शंकर हम सबकी जगन्नाथ मन्नाथ गौरी सनाथ हर हर शंभो जगन्नाथ मन्नाथ गौरी सनाथ हर हर शंभो रक्षा करो शंभो शंकर हम सबकी रक्षा करो शंभो शंकर हम सबकी रक्षा करो शंभो शंकर हम सबकी शंभो शंकर हम सबकी शंभो शंकर हम सबकी
What a beautiful note on which to begin to bring today's episode of Datta Arpanam to a close.
Pranams and gratitude are offered at the divine feet of beloved Sadgurudeva, Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji and Sri Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji, without whose teachings, compassion, love, guidance and music, this program would not exist.
Pranams to you, Datta Prabhu and Sri Swamiji. Kindly forgive any errors which may have been committed in preparing or in sharing today's episode of Datta Arpanam, and please guide us to avoid such errors in the future.
Special thanks are extended to the staff at 103.1 FM and to the sponsors of Datta Arpanam, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited and Kokie Supermart Limited. And of course, dear listener, an extra special thank you is extended to you for sharing this devotional hour with us.
If you would like to listen to today's program again, check out the Datta Arpanam Facebook page where later this week the YouTube link for today's episode will be shared.
Once again, everyone, thank you for tuning in today. You are invited to please tune in to 103.1 FM again next Sunday at 6 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time for another episode of Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji.
Jai Guru Datta.
Shri Guru Datta. Harihi Om Tat Sat.
सुंदरते ध्याना उभे विठेवारी
सुंदरते ध्याना उभे विठेवारी
सुंदरते ध्याना विठेवारी
सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे 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 विठेवारी करकटावुरी देवुनिया करकटावुरी देवुनिया
करकटावुरी देवुनिया
करकटावुरी देवुनिया सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे विठेवारी सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे विठेवारी हे विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
हे विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
तुळसी हारगाळ कासे पितांबर
तुळसी हार गाढा कासे पितांबर तुळसी हार गाढा कासे पितांबर
आवडे निरंतर हेची ध्यान
आवडे निरंतर हेची ध्यान
सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे विठेवारी सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे विठेवारी तुळसी हारगाळ कासे पितांबर
तुळसी हार गाढा कासे पितांबर
आवडे निरंतर हेची ध्यान
आवडे निरंतर हेची ध्यान
सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे विठेवारी सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे विठेवारी करकटावुरी देवुनिया सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे विठेवारी सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे विठेवारी विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल मकरा कुंडले दळपति श्रवणे मकर कुंडले मकर कुंडले दळपति श्रवणे कंठी कौस्तुभमणि विराजिता कंठी कौस्तुभमणि विराजिता कंठी कौस्तुभमणि विराजिता कंठी कौस्तुभमणि विराजिता सुंदर ते ध्याना उभे विठेवारी 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 करकटावुरी देऊनिया सुंदर ते ध्याना उभे विठेवारी सुंदर ते ध्याना उभे विठेवारी तुका म्हणे माझे हेची सर्व सुका
तुका म्हणे माझे हेची सर्व सुखा
तुका म्हणे माझे हेची सर्व सुका
तुका म्हणे माझे हेची सर्व सुखा
पाखीन श्रीमुख आवडीने
पाहिना श्रीमुख आवडीने
सुंदर ते ध्याना उभे विठेवारी
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 विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठला
विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठला
हे विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठला
विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठला
विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठला
विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठला
विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठल
सुंदर ते ध्याना उभे विठेवारी 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 ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम तत्सत।